Hey guys, new intro for this week. I know you guys are so excited to get into the video, but I have to stop you really quick. We are at 1 year here on YouTube, so thank you guys very much for getting us to 1 year on YouTube. We're looking forward to many years in the future. We are going to do a 1 week full of giveaways. We have two $50 giveaways. We have a mini helmet signed by Chris Johnson. We have a World Series replica ring, and we have a bobblehead giveaway that we're going to do. So 5 days of giving. And we're going to give all of those away on our Friday live show. So to get into those live drawings, you have to comment down below Bear Pack on any of our videos Monday through Friday, and we will get you in that wheel. We're going to spin the wheel 5 times. We're going to give away all 5 gifts. So thank you guys for all the support that you've given us over the year. So thank you guys so much. We're looking forward to the future. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some NCAA football picks and props for Wednesday, October 18th slate of games. Take a look at that leaderboard, Trey. Start us off.
Yeah, and I am 0-1 because I gave out Western Kentucky -6.5 against Jacksonville State. I thought it was a sure bet for them to win by a touchdown. Austin Reed's an absolute dog, but Jacksonville State, they came out and played. I got to give them that. They came out and kicked a game-winning field goal right through my heart.
Seth?
I'm just going to say, as did I. Just not
I went lone wolf on this game. Jacksonville State plus 7.5 was my play, and I was really hoping for overtime because at the very end, I made a stupid decision and added on the over, and they didn't come close. I was hoping maybe we'd get a couple overtimes and maybe they get the over 60, but I did go 1-on-1 today. But Jacksonville State did win the game for me. But let's move on to our plays for tomorrow. It's only going to be one game, really small slate. It's going to be New Mexico State traveling to take on UTEP. We've talked about New Mexico State a lot on here, I feel like. New Mexico State is -3. The over-under is set at 47.5. This one's a little bit interesting. Trey, I'll start with you.
Yeah, this game's going to be pretty fun to watch. Both teams are entering this game after getting a big win last week. New Mexico State, they're actually winners of 2 games in a row and have a margin of victory of 15.5 points in both those games. And UTEP, they traveled all the way to South Florida last week and got a big 13-point win against FIU. But they have lost their 4 games prior to that. And I expect UTEP to get back to their losing ways in this game. Give me New Mexico State here -2.5. I'm going to buy a half point here and take them at -2.5. It's -133, which I absolutely love. And the Aggies, they have looked really good here recently, especially their offense. Their offense is averaging 30.5 points per game over their last 2 games. Meanwhile, UTEP, they have not scored 30 points at all this season at all. So I expect the road team to come in this game and set the tone early. And Diego Pavia, he has really looked good this season. And I think he should be able to put his stamp on this game throughout. So give me New Mexico State here -2.5 against UTEP.
I like it, Trey. Seth?
Yeah, and I was actually a little surprised that this spread was this close, but I don't like whole numbers either, so I'm going to take the -2.5 as well. The story of this game will be the New Mexico State defense, who only allowed 13 points in their last game. UTEP's offense actually looked pretty good last week, but I'm saying that it was against an extremely susceptible FIU secondary. This UTEP offense is only averaging 17.7 points per game, so I find it difficult to believe they can stick with this New Mexico State offense in the scoring department. New Mexico State is averaging 30 points per game, while their defense is only allowing 23.1 points per game so far this season. We saw their defense on display last week, and I think we will see it again with a third-string quarterback going for UTEP. New Mexico State has covered the spread in 7 of their last 8 October games as well. New Mexico State looked really impressive in their last game, and they should keep that up here in this one on the road against UTEP. I do think they should cover this spread fairly easy.
Yeah, boys. Another opportunity for us to not get cursed by the sweep. I'm going to take New Mexico State -2.5. I'm also going to take them alt spread -6.5. UTEP last week beat FIU on the road, which I thought was a really good win for them. They started the game scoring 21 straight points, basically on FIU's mistakes, and then they managed to score 3 points the remainder of the game. The second half is what I expected out of UTEP last week, and that's what I expect out of them this week. Mexico State's not the best team in the world. Their defense this season is allowing 23.1 points per game, which is not great, but it's not bad at all. Their offense this season has been cooking for them, scoring 30 points per game, and they're going to face a really bad UTEP offense in this game as well. I just don't think UTEP's going to be able to keep up with New Mexico State in this game, especially with New Mexico State going up against the 112th ranked rush defense of UTEP. The defense and the offense for UTEP is worse than New Mexico State. You have to ask yourself last week, was it a fraud that UTEP went into FIU and won that game? I think it was. I also think New Mexico State has been playing really good football as of late. So I'm going to take New Mexico State -2.5. Those guys from Pitt State, they know what they're doing. They know how to win games. So give me New Mexico State -2.5 as my play. Boys, let's go over the player props. A little sweep. Trey starts off.
Yeah, good old-fashioned sweep. I love when we do that. But I give out the Damian Webb over 80.5 rush yards against Southern Miss. And Webb, he hit the over in this game, and he got a ton of work. At the moment, he has 20 carries and turned that to 102 yards. So it was a nice cash for us.
Yeah, Trey, it was the best play on the board, and I really got scared because they were up 31-0. He had 47 yards, so I'm glad he broke a run there for you. But Seth?
And already had 3 touchdowns at that time.
He did.
So I wasn't sure. Yeah. But I took Elijah Metcalf for Middle Tennessee to go over 59.5 receiving yards. He ended up with 74 in that game. So he was able to get that for us.
Yep. And then I had Nicholas Vadiati, over 250.5 passing yards. He crushed that, had 300 plus against Liberty. They should have won the game. He made a really bad decision, threw a pick whenever they were about to tie the game up. So sad loss for Middle Tennessee, but Nicholas Vadiato did go over 250.5. So we swept the board. Let's do it again tomorrow. Trey, I'll have you start us off.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with a little bit of a risky play, but I really like it. I'm going to go to the passing props. I'm going to go with Cade McConnell to go over 175.5 passing yards against New Mexico State. And like Seth said earlier, this is the backup to the backup, but I really love his over in this game. He's only started in one game this season, as you guys can see, and he actually played pretty good, 262 passing yards against FIU, but it was kind of a tale of two halves for him. In the first half, he threw for 174 passing yards, which is almost over this number. But in the second half, he only threw for 88. But I think that can be attributed to UTEP being up 24-7 at halftime and 21-0 pretty early in that game. But whenever UTEP got those scores, they were all by the long ball from Cade McConnell. And I think that UTEP's going to be looking to push the ball down the field again in this game. And with this being a home game for UTEP, I expect McConnell to come this game with a ton of confidence and to be a lot more comfortable. And he should be able to slice and dice up this New Mexico State defense as well, especially their pass defense, because the Aggies, they give up the 30th most passing yards per game in college football. They allow an average of 260 passing yards per game, which is almost 100 more passing yards than this number. So I think that McConnell should easily be able to get to 176 passing yards in this game, especially whenever UTEP's going to be down for most of this game. So give me Cade McConnell to go over 175.5 passing yards versus New Mexico State.
Seth?
Yeah, and Trey mentioned this guy's name in his game pick. I'm going to take Diego Pavia to go over 226.5 passing yards in this game against UTEP. He's coming off a very good game last week against Sam Houston State, where he completed 20 of 36 passes for 286 yards. Pavia is the main key to the success of this New Mexico State offense. UTEP has a pretty good secondary, but I still think this New Mexico State team will attack them through the air. And honestly, this New Mexico State team doesn't really have a running back they can rely on that much. Pavia was their top rusher last week, and the week before that, he had the most rushing attempts, so they keep the ball in his hands as much as possible. I look for him to continue putting up impressive numbers again this week, so I will take his over here in this game against UTEP.
Yeah, I love the play, and I'm also going to add to your play. I'm going to give two. Just take Pavia to score a touchdown. He's dual threat. He's definitely going to do a rushing touchdown in this game. That's just a little extra nugget. For my player prop, it's going to be Noah Smith to go over 73.5 receiving yards going up against FIU. This is not the first time I've thrown out Noah Smith. Probably not going to be the last time either. This is by far the favorite target for Shoemaker in the offense for Sam Houston this season. Noah Smith has recorded 38 catches, but he only has 308 yards on the year. He does lead the team in yards this season, but because Shoemaker looks at him so much lately, that's why I love this play. Over the first 3 games of the year, Noah Smith combined for 7 catches and 59 yards. Over the last 3 games, he's combined for 31 catches and 249 yards. He has also been extremely close to having back-to-back 100-yard games, having 97 in a couple of his games over the past 3. He has been looked at a ton in this offense, so I'm going to take him to go over 73.5 yards in this game as my play. Trey, pull up that graphic. Let's take a look at our play. Seth, how do you start us off?
Yeah, I took New Mexico State -2.5 on the road, and then I took New Mexico State quarterback Diego Pavia to go over 226.5 pass yards, and like Bear said, throw in his anytime touchdown because he is dual threat, and he will probably get into the end zone with his legs.
Trey?
And I also gave out New Mexico State -2.5. They should easily be able to win this road game by a field goal here. Like Bear said, they're head and shoulders the better team. Also gave out Cade McConnell over 175.5 passing yards against that New Mexico State team. I think New Mexico State's going to be up big throughout this game, so Cade McConnell should be passing a ton.
Yep, and then I changed midway through the notes, New Mexico State -2.5 and New Mexico State -6.5 on the alt spread. And then I'm going to take Noah Smith over 73.5 receiving yards. I'm also going to add Pavia to have a rushing touchdown with Seth. But guys, that's going to do it for NCAA football plays for Wednesday, October 18th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there, Trey. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.